Now, shield your eyes, monk. Here comes your competition. The mightiest of your descendants. He wears a church cathedral for a cloak, a church spire for a hat, and in his tread, the thunder of legions of the lion-hearted. Sound the trumpet and beat the drum. Everybody's come to town to see in the county cooler the high school teacher, wild and untamed.
Old time religion, give me that. Old time religion, give me that. Old time religion, it's good enough for me. Give me that. Old time religion, give me that. Old time religion, give me that. Old time religion, it's good enough for me.
It is good enough for Brady.
It is good enough for Brady. It is good enough for Brady. It's good enough for me.
Friends! And I can see most of you are my friends from the way you've decked out your beautiful city of Hillsborough. Mrs. Brady and I are delighted to be among you. I could only wish one thing, that you had not given us quite so warm a welcome. Oh, bless you. Friends of Hillsborough, you know why I am here. Not merely to prosecute a lawbreaker, an arrogant youth who has spoken out against the revealed word, but to defend that which is most precious in the hearts of all of us, the living truth of the Scripture.
Mr. Brady, your picture, Mr. Brady.
I shall be delighted to oblige. Sarah?
Oh, no, that just you and the dignitaries.
You must be the mayor, are you not, sir?
I am, sir.
My name is Matthew Harrison Brady.
Oh, I know. Everybody knows that. I had a little speech of welcome ready, but somehow it didn't seem necessary.
Oh, I shall be honored to hear your greeting, sir.
Mr. Matthew Harrison Brady, this municipality is proud to have within its city limits the warrior who has always fought for us ordinary people.
So true.
The many folks of this town wouldn't have the vote if it wasn't for you fighting to give them all that suffrage. Mr. President Wilson wouldn't never have got to the White House and won the war if it wasn't for you support. And in conclusion, the governor of our state has vested in...
Oh, Matt, you didn't have your coat on.
Oh, perhaps we should have a more formal pose. Who is the spiritual leader of this community?
That would be the Reverend Jeremiah Brown.
Your servant in the Lord's.
The Reverend at my left, the Mayor at my right. We must look grave, gentlemen, but not too serious. Hopeful, I think is the word. Yes, we must look hopeful.
And in conclusion, the governor of our state has vested in me the authority to confer upon you a commission as honorary colonel in the state militia.
Colonel Brady, I like the sound of that.
We thought, Colonel Brady, you might be hungry after your train
Some
ride.
of our ladies' aid have prepared a buffet lunch.
Splendid, splendid. I could do with a little snack.
You know, Mr. Brady, Colonel Brady,
Yeah.
all of us here voted for you 3 times.
Oh, I trust it was in 3 separate elections, huh?
And I will be assisting you with the proceedings of the prosecution.
Excellent, excellent. Oh, what a challenge it is to put on the old armor, huh? To test the steel of our truth against the blasphemies of science. To stand toe-to-toe.
It's a warm day. I remember the doctor.
Don't worry, Mother. Just a pint or two. Now, who amongst you knows the defendant? Cates, is that his name?
Well, we all know him, sir.
Just about everybody in Hillsborough knows everybody else.
And could anyone tell me, is this Cates fellow a criminal by nature?
Yeah, he is.
Bert isn't a criminal. He's good, really.
Mr. Cates, your friend?
I can't tell you anything about him.
Rachel! My daughter will be pleased to answer any question you have about Bertram Cates.
Your daughter? Reverend, you must be quite proud. How is it that you are acquainted with Mr. Cates?
At school, I'm a school teacher too.
I'm sure you teach according to the precepts of the Lord.
I try. My pupils are only second graders.
Has Mr. Cates ever tried to pollute your mind with his heathen dogma?
Bert isn't a heathen.
I understand your loyalty, my child. This man in your jailhouse is a fellow school teacher. Likeable, no doubt, and you are loath to speak out against him in front of all these people. Now think of me as your friend and tell me what troubles you. Rich.
Who's going to be the defense attorney?
We don't know. They haven't announced it yet.
Well, whoever he is, he won't have much chance against your husband, will he, Mrs. Brady?
Oh.
I disagree. Who are you? Hornbeck. E.K. Hornbeck of the Baltimore Herald.
Hornbeck? Hornbeck?
I'm a newspaper man bearing news. When the sovereign state determined to indict the sovereign mind of the not-so-sovereign school teacher, the editors decided that there was more than a headline here. The Baltimore Herald is pleased to announce it is sending 2 representatives at Heavenly Hillsborough. One, the greatest reporter of the American history, myself. And the most agile mind of the 20th century, Henry Drummond.
Drummond!
Drummond? He's an agent of darkness. We won't allow him in this town.
I don't know what you can do to keep him out, but I could look it up in the town ordinances.
Merry Christmas and a happy 4th of July.
Henry Drummond for the defense.
I saw him in a courtroom in Ohio. A man was on trial for most brutal crime. Although he knew and admitted that the man was guilty, Drummond was perverting the evidence to turn the guilt away from the defendant and onto you and me and all of society.
Oh, Henry Drummond.
I can still see him slouching over the man, his head jerks forward like an animal's. You look into his face and you wonder why God made such a man. But then you look again and you know God didn't make him. Drummond is a creature of the devil. Maybe the devil himself.
Oh, Matt, you're
Lord have mercy.
Drummond for the defense.
Drummond. Henry Drummond.
We won't allow him in this town.
I think maybe the Board of Health.
No. We must welcome Henry Drummond.
Welcome him.
What?
If the enemy sends its Goliath into battle, it magnifies our cause. Henry Drummond has been stalking the courtrooms of this land for 40 years. Where he fights, headlines follow. The whole world will be watching our victory over Drummond. If St. George had slain a dragonfly, who would remember him?
Mr. Brady, are you sure I'll finish off the pickled apricot?
Oh, it would be a pity to see those go to waste.
Matt,
Mother, I have to build up my strength for the battle ahead. Now, what will Drummond do? He will try to make us forget the lawbreaker and put the law on trial. But we have an answer for Mr. Drummond. Right here in some of the things this sweet young lady has told me.
But, Mr. Brady,
A fine girl, Reverend, a fine girl.
Rachel has always been taught to do the righteous thing.
Oh, I'm sure she has.
Linda, Mr. Brady.
Oh, well, thank you. A toast, then. A toast to tomorrow, to the start of our trial, and to the success of our cause. A toast in good old American lemonade.
Oh, Mr. Mayor, it's time for Mr. Brady's nap. He always likes to take a nap after a meeting.
Oh, we have a suite ready for you at the mansion house. I think you'll find your bags already there. If you'll come with me, it's only across the square.
Very thoughtful, considerate of you. Before we go, I should like to thank the members of the Ladies' Aid for preparing this nice little picnic repast.
It's our pleasure, sir.
And if I seemed to pick at my food, I don't want you to think I didn't enjoy it. But you see, we had a box lunch on the train.
It is good enough for Brady.